Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly forecast for May 9th through the 15th. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You might stumble upon this video after the time frame I mentioned. That's fine. You're going to find it whenever you are meant to hear the messages that are in it. Keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective. Not every single message is going to resonate, and that's just fine. We are in eclipse season, and we do have Mercury retrograde starting on the 10th, okay? If you're scared of Mercury retrograde, remind yourself, my darlings, take a deep breath in, breathe out, and remind yourself of all of the Mercury retrogrades you have survived till now in your life. You're going to be okay. I will say this, as Mercury is moving through Gemini, the 10th through the 22nd, this week is going to be a really good time to really make sure that you're focusing on your mental health, that you're making mental health a priority, that you're doing what you need to do to, care for your mental health, make time for it, rest, activities, don't neglect that type of care in your life, or make time for it, especially from the 10th to the 22nd. And then Mercury will be moving through Taurus, and we'll have an energy shift, and we'll talk about that at that time. But mental health, make sure you're making your mental health a priority or a focus at this time. Now, the first card coming up here for Virgo is the King of Cups. Alrighty, so the King of Cups it gets typecast as husband, as father, as like marriage, and that can be the case for some of you. Maybe you're manifesting that or stepping into that energy. However, if you're new to my channel, in the weekly forecasts, I want to focus on you and less on other people, and so I do love and romance separate on this channel, and I talk about the ways that the cards apply outside of love and romance. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign person. So water sign is Pisces, Cancer, or, of course, Scorpio. If you have those placements, you might be focusing on those areas of your life at this time. But the King of Cups is a certain personality. It's a certain list of characteristics. And so I feel like this comes up to say you're going to meet someone with this personality, or you're going to be stepping into these energies yourself. And look, as I said, I want it to be more about you and less about other people. So Virgo, a lot of you are stepping into King of Cups energy regardless of your placements, regardless of your specific personal astrology. You may be stepping into the characteristics of the King of Cups. The thing about the King of Cups is he is present and emotionally available. He's also very generous, but he is nobody's fool. Okay? King of Cups is not going to be taken advantage of. And so maybe some of you Virgos have been struggling in that on one hand, you want to be there for people, you want to be a giving person, you want to be a supportive friend, or someone that others can turn to, or you want to be generous and, pay it forward as far as your blessings are concerned. But it's like you get burned when you do that. And then when you're being cautious and trying to keep yourself safe or protected, you may be dealing with people who accuse you of being stingy or selfish or not caring. And so the King of Cups to me is like being in that perfect balance, right? And I give the example of a fair, generous, but tough parent. Like a kid will go to the parent and say, please let me borrow the car this Friday night. I want to go out on a date, or I want to go with my friends. And the parent might say, okay, fine, but you've got that big test coming up this week, right? And so I better see, a B or better on that test, nothing below a B. And I better see you clean the house this week. And here's a list of all of your chores that need to be done before you leave on Friday. And when you bring that car back to me, it's going to be clean. I'm not going to find any soda cans or food wrappers or any kind of mess in there. You're going to wash it, clean it. You're going to put gas in the tank when you give me back the keys, right? So it's like there's these expectations, or it's very clear, like I will help you or I will be kind to you. But here are the expectations. Here are the rules that you're expected to follow. It's not conditional. It's setting boundaries. So when I see King of Cups, you're getting better at setting healthy boundaries, and you're getting better at setting up your expectations around respect. You're not going to be helping anybody who's being disrespectful to you. You're not going to be tolerating disrespect in your life. Like, if you want to be here, if you want to have all of the benefits of having me around, if you want me to, be here and help you, here is what your end of the agreement entails. Here's what's required of you. Okay, it's not necessarily conditional, but it's boundaries. And so I feel like a lot of you Virgos are coming into healthier boundaries. Some of you might be getting an idea around some kind of project you're wanting to put together. I feel some of you may be doing something very generous or very helpful. You're wanting to put your time, your energy, your resources into helping people that are going to truly benefit or truly appreciate it. So some of you might have some ideas of doing things in your community, like some kind of nonprofit or some kind of volunteer program, or something for maybe children or young ones, or helping people learn about money or finances, or whatever you feel your natural gifts and abilities are. You may be wanting to put them to use to help in your community. I'm seeing like little outreach projects, little volunteer programs, little in some cases even like little shows. Maybe some of you are doing things to entertain kids, but also bring like a positive message, and the message that you wish you would have had as a kid growing up. I feel that sense and that vibe here as well. Now, the next card that's coming up here for you all is the Eight of Coins. Okay? And the Eight of Coins is perfecting something. The Eight of Coins a lot of the times will come up when we have an idea and we're wanting to take a class, or learn a new skill, get some kind of training or certification, or we might be thinking of investing some money into like a piece of equipment or something that we think is going to be good for us in business. And the Eight of Coins comes in to say that that's actually going to be something productive for you. It's going to be profitable for you. It's going to pay off. So this is a good time to invest in yourself in terms of strengthening your skill set, or getting some kind of accreditation or certification, or adding a new tool to your arsenal, so to speak. Eight of Coins also tells us that this is a time to really slow down and pay attention to the details. This is not the time to rush anything. It's not the time, like, this is not a race. There's no need to hurry up and to get to some imaginary finish line, but rather take your time. Take your time, work out the details, pay attention to the details. If you're feeling stressed at work, and if, say, somebody's gotten upset with you, or like you've gotten talked to, or corrected, Eight of Coins reminds us quality, not quantity. Slow down, pay attention to the steps, pay attention to the details, and you will have success. You will have a positive outcome here with this Eight of Coins. The next card that's coming up here for Virgo is the Four of Cups. Now, this is a card that some people kind of see as negative, or they don't like it, because the Four of Cups could indicate that you're not happy with something, you don't like it, like you're turning your nose up at it. And a lot of you have heard me talk about Four of Cups, and that I've said it always makes me think of what Rumi wrote about when he wrote about divine discontentment. And divine discontentment is that moment that we realize that we are worthy and deserving of so much more. You kind of start looking around and you're like, wow, my neighbor just got back from a great vacation, or they have like a nice car, or my best friend just got a promotion at work, or my cousin just ended up finding their soulmate and the love of their life. And you're seeing all of these things happen around you, right? This person got credit for this person got that award, this person got this lucky break, and you're not jealous of them. You're not like jealous, you're not looking at them in a negative way, you're not wishing harm or evil towards anybody. You're happy for them, like, good for you, I'm happy that you have that. But what about me? Like, when's it gonna be my turn? Because I'm just as worthy, I'm just as deserving, I'm just as talented, I'm just as smart, I'm just as cute. What about me? Right? So, like, there's this sense of wanting more. And sometimes when this happens, we try to correct ourselves and we try to say, oh, you know what? You need to be grateful for what you have and stop being so negative. Well, newsflash, Virgo, you can be appreciative and have gratitude for what you have, and at the same time you can want more in your life. Those two things are possible to happen at the same time. So when I see the Four of Cups, you're coming into a time where you're raising the bar. Everything you have right now, you manifested, but you manifested it at a time that your thinking was more limited. You didn't realize that there was more possible or more available to you. So you manifested the best that you could in that limited thinking. Now that you're coming into unlimited thinking, and seeing yourself in a new light, and your heart is opening up more, you're ready to receive more. You're like, there's a lot of this stuff is bare minimum, and you're wanting more. You're wanting the spice, you're wanting the flavor, you're wanting the cherry on top. So this is a time that, Virgo, a lot of you are raising the bar with the universe, right? Like this is what I want, or I'm deserving of more in my life. So it's not a negative thing. Definitely embrace that. For Four of Cups, I feel that this is going to happen very, very literally in the material plane in your life. So it could be that your employer is making you an offer, and maybe like you've told them that you want a promotion, or maybe you've told them that you want a raise, or maybe you've been looking for work and a job is being offered to you. You're looking at that cup that they're offering you and you're like, are you serious? Like, you're looking at it like you might be a little offended, you might be a little insulted. And so I feel like, Virgo, a lot of you are in the energy where you're not just gonna like up and walk away, but you're not just going to take just anything. For some of you, it could be in a friendship, somebody showing up in kind of, excuse my language, a half-assed way. Or maybe it's a romantic relationship. Somebody's wanting to date you, somebody's wanting to court you, and you're like, are they seriously? They're doing bare minimum right now. And you might be not happy with the cup that they're offering you. But as I said, I don't feel like you're shutting down. I don't feel like you're throwing like a hissy fit about it, or being so insulted or so offended to where you're just like throwing this person away from your presence. But I feel like you're in the energy where you're kind of calling them out a little bit. Like you're coming back at them with like, well, here's what I'm doing. So I understand this is what you're offering, but here's what you're getting from me. Here's my end of the thing. It seems a little uneven to me. It seems a little like there needs to be a better exchange here, a better exchange rate, right? So I feel like you're just in this mindset where you're like, well, I'm not going to be mad at somebody for trying to get a discount. I'm not going to be mad at somebody for trying to get a bargain. Like, they're going to see what they can get away with. But I'm also going to call them out, and I'm going to be like, hey, here's all the quality you're getting from me. So this would only be a fair exchange. Like, I feel like you're speaking up and you're coming in with this energy where you're not afraid to negotiate, right? A lot of times we go through life and we just want somebody who's going to show up and give us what we deserve and see our value. Unfortunately, a lot of the times with human nature, people may see our value, but they want that discount. And I feel, Virgo, that you all are in that energy where you have no qualms at all about speaking up and saying, hey, this isn't a fair exchange. Here's all that you're getting. Here's what you're offering me. That's not a fair exchange. And I feel like you're coming into the energy where you're not going to shrink back. You're not afraid to ask for what you want because you know that you deserve it. So I feel kind of like a more outspoken energy around Virgo with this Four of Cups, but again, in a healthy way. In a healthy way. Now, your next cup card here, it is a cup, is Six of Cups. Okay. Now, before you start all coming at me with pitchforks and torches and screaming at me that you don't want anybody from the past coming around, yes, it is true that the Six of Cups can be somebody resurfacing from the past. It does not have to be romantic, right? Some of you it could be, and I don't have any control over that. I don't control the energies of the world. I don't control who resurfaces in your life. And I know some of you are like, no, this person's dead to me. I don't want to hear it. I'm sick of you readers talking about this. Hopefully, in your case, then it's not that person resurfacing. It can be reconnecting with a childhood friend. It can be reconnecting with someone from the past where there isn't any kind of romantic connection. It could be friendship, it could be business, it could be striking up a friendship with somebody that you have known or lost touch with that you're reconnecting with. But the Six of Cups can also be very sentimental energy. And that doesn't surprise me as we have the Mercury retrograde happening and as it's moving through Gemini, as it's moving through the realm of thought and like going backwards. For Virgo, a lot of you, your mind's going to be going backwards through your memories, through your life. You're going to be remembering your past. When this happens, Spirit is giving us a chance to like reconnect with our self before life happened, before the programming happened, to get more clear about who we are and what we want and the things that shaped us and molded us. I feel like a lot of you Virgos are going to be remembering the exact second where certain false beliefs or limited thinking developed in your life, or the events that happened that influenced certain insecurities or challenges that you may have in your adulthood, and you're going to be able to release them and clear them right away. Okay, it's like this fast track of clearing or ascending. This can also be really being in your childhood. You might have the inner child coming to the surface. Work with your inner child, spend time with your inner child. Some of you may be remembering dreams or ideas that you had in your childhood, and you may be picking those up, and you may be thinking, how can I make this a reality right now as an adult? So there could be that energy for some of you as well. The one word of caution that comes with the Six of Cups, since it's like this energy of remembering or the past, sometimes we might go to the other extreme where we remember the past way better than it actually was. And we have these rose colored glasses. So we have to remind ourselves that, you know, we made the decisions we made for a reason. Things aren't always as perfect as we remember them as we look back over our life. Also comes in with the message of making sure that you take little breaks from being in memory lane and being in the present moment. Ground yourself, come back to the here and now, be present now, because when we spend too much time in memory lane, when we spend too much time mentally in the past, we may start to feel depressed. So this is a way that you can avoid that heavy feeling or having your energy feeling like you're kind of like, you know, being brought down or, you know, being bummed out or whatever. You may want to check out your moon, sun, and rising sign videos. Some weeks those might resonate more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. There's a link in the description of the video that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite where you can schedule a private reading with me. There's also a link in the description of the video that will take you to the May love and romance readings. And don't forget to check out the daily messages I've been posting. I've been doing a card of the day. Make sure that you tune in and check those out as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Have a wonderful week, my dears. See you all in the dailies.